Well, great morning, everyone. Where to begin? Today is Hogalishi Day, so I'm not going to do too much reading because I never know the questions that Hogarth's going to come up with. But this morning I want to read on that Jeanine Pirro. And I guess he's trying to get her appointed again as a big attorney general or something for one of the states. Now, I don't know about you, but she always seems like she's three sheets to the wind. You know, I always get the feeling that this woman is an alcoholic and that she's just nuts. She's right up there. What is her name? The other one that's just crazy. It's not Rosie O'Donnell. What's her name? Oh, I can't think of her name now, but you know who I mean. I mean just stone cold crazy. Oh, Roseanne Barr. She's right up there with Roseanne Barr in the Looney Tune, ungrounded, just crazy factory. So I want to see what the cards have to say. What can you tell us about Jeanine Pirro? I'm not going to ask a specific question. I'm just going to see what the cards are going to point to this morning. Jeanine Pirro. So under the surface, we have an ending. An ending. Energy coming into it is Justice Department. What's going on now is the pain, mental pain. The challenge is walking away. Potential outcome is what's being handed, what's being gifted, and the outside influence, things up in the air. So let's see what it says when it comes to an ending. What about an ending? Yeah, she is now, they're questioning her and looking like, retreating the mentality and stuff and wanting to temper things. They really do not want to put her in office, okay? They want to end it. You know, again, she's not viable. So let's see the energy coming into it when it comes to the Justice Department and her being a judge. What's being built. And the burden. The burden. They want to temper her. They don't want to pass it. At least the Democrats don't. They see her as an absolute burden. So what's going on today? We have the pain, mental pain, having to deal with her. Looking deeper, they're investigating into it, asking her the questions, and this feeling of being mentally restricted. The challenge is to get her to walk away. Distancing, okay, affecting the world, her world, of a loss. So they, absolutely the Democrats don't want her to get in. She's facing a loss, being rejected, perhaps. Let's hope so. Potential outcome. Now this one worries me a bit. You know, the concrete thing being handed to her, justice, this thing's being meted out, going forward, okay, going forward to a better place, and trying to get away with it, getting away with it. Okay? So that doesn't look good. The Democrats see she's absolutely not qualified, but the end potential is to be her getting to position, wanting to go to a better place, moving it forward, and trying to get away with all of this. Let's see the outside influence, things up in the air. They don't like to harvest things the harvesters do. They're looking at all the things she's done and her ability to hold on to power. A lot of judgment in the air when it comes to this. Strong judgment when it comes to her. Okay? And her past. Her past. They want to bring the truth out, end it, because they know that if she gets in, it's going to be an abuse of power when it comes to genuine reality. Okay, genuine, balanced judgment. So let's go ahead and see what we see. Again, the outside influence, things are up in the air when it comes to the harvest of her gaining power. So, hasn't been decided yet. But if we look at the four corners and ending with what's being handed out that they're trying to get away with, and they want to temper it, temper the burden of this mental restriction, loss of trying to get away with it. Now that looks encouraging. It's about repressing what's being built, looking deeper into the whole situation and wanting to take it to a better place, ending her judgeship. It's going to be a painful thing for her mentally to walk away from what's being handed out. So this is looking promising that maybe she won't get in. They're going to try their level best to get her in for Trump. I forget what state it is that they're, trying to put her in. But let's look at this. The very center of it is being looked at. What's being built when it comes to the world. Mentally, they see her as restricted and just in this painful drama. They want to investigate the judgeship loss for her. They want to see the burden of this, and they want to see her walking away. What's being built is, again, this repression of her mental drama. They have the burden of having to deal with this now. They want to end this and restrict her because she's not qualified mentally for any of this. And what's being built is to tempering this. So when it comes to her world, walking away in a loss potential, the challenge to have her walk away, looking deeper, wanting to go forward to a better place, restricting what's being handed out, and the pain of this that they're trying to get away with to get her installed. But the reading is looking, if I'm looking at the cards right, it looks like she may not get in. But let's do the clarifying read and let's just see what the cards have to say. Give these a good ruffle shuffle. And we'll look and see what the cards are going to tell us in a clarifying read when it comes to Judge Pirro. How she ever became a judge, I don't know. But I would like to see does she have DUIs? I would have a good suspicion that she's got DUIs in her past. Because like I said, I just feel like she is an alcoholic. I keep getting that feeling with her, that she's a drinker behind the scenes. And I don't mean just a social drinker, but let's look and see. I could be all wrong, but it's just the feeling I get with her. So the center of it all, embattled, being embattled with this new action. When it comes to what's being birthed in America, so they're embattled with this new action when it comes to America. The new action, light is being shed. They're questioning her. When it comes to America, we're moving forward. Embattled, hanging on. Trying to hang on to, the information and things coming out. Light being shed is about control. The choices being made, going forward, overturning this when it feels to embattle and holding the line, holding on. We have the mind charging forward, rapidly moving this into what is being built. The other side, they don't like what's coming when it comes to her. And again, I just see that alcohol and juggling this. Okay, underneath of it, they're in the fight. They're in the fight when it comes to this. Okay, so it hasn't reached its conclusion yet, I guess. If I'm reading this right, they're struggling with this, putting light on the path. They know that she would be there she's controlled by Trump 100%. Okay, they see that. So they're trying to hold the line when it comes to this. And I'm charging forward when it comes to questioning her. And again, I think a bunch of them feel like, again, that she is not qualified for that position. Okay. Now we see her on Fox, and she goes off on these rants and just is so starry-eyed about Trump that it's unbelievable. That he's such a fabulous man. You just don't know. He's such a giver. He's so generous. He's so loving. On what planet? On what planet? And then she's been involved. I guess she was involved in trying to get her husband's boat, trying to have surveillance on him to catch him cheating or something. She's done some underhanded things. And then her husband is basically a criminal, and she runs interference for him. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, she should have that position of being an attorney general for, being in the head of one of the states' law system. Anyway, so that's what I'm getting for Jeanine Pirro. They're still in the midst of it. It's still going, I guess. And so we'll have to see if the cards are right or wrong. But it's leaning towards that Miss Lily. What's that about? Oh, you didn't eat your goodie? Yeah, she got her treasure this morning and she didn't eat it. She's just guarding it from Mickey. He's not even over there, Miss Lily. He's not even over there. He's over here. He's not after it. She's got it in her mouth. She's so bad. Anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here and we'll have to see how this plays out. But that's what I'm getting. You know, I read the energy of the moment, and the energy of the moment, you know, really, doesn't look like I'm reading from the Republican point of view on this. Because they definitely want to see her walking away, that she is not qualified whatsoever. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.